So, hi, Kanisorn. Uh,
Hi.
How's it going?
It was tired.
Tired? Tired?
It
I
was
knew.
tired.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we just
Yeah,
finished a local competition last week. Yeah, so it
yes,
was a bit tired, but
yes.
it's okay.
Another registered competition because 1 month ago you guys had quite a big an event, which is Asian Sporting and Asian Comeback, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, how did it go? How was it? I wasn't there, sorry. I promised to be there, but I couldn't go because of Photharam, you know?
Don't worry, don't worry. To be fair, the competition went pretty well. This year we have Patrick Russo as our course designer, so the target was a slightly tougher compared to the last previous years.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, his
yeah.
target were pretty. It is something.
Yeah, yeah. I talked to guys who went there, who went to Fujairah as well. Not Fujairah, but you know who was there, and they all described the this year competition in Asia in Thai as one of the best out of all they participated in. They said targets were awesome. The landscape you guys had, you have water, rocks, mountains, hills, everything was there. And some guys actually complained that they said a couple of targets were unhittable.
Yeah, I think I know what they mean. Is there was a very flat, small MIDI
Uh-huh.
that flies. I believe it was around 60, 70 yards away, very fast, around a
You
very short
definitely,
throw. I didn't hit it.
yeah, yeah, Kanisorn, you definitely need to visit, want to visit Fujairah shoot once. Okay, you're
Ah,
going to
yeah,
see some huge and big targets over there.
yeah, I heard. One of our Thai shooters went there as well. He
Oh,
told that
really?
every target was far, far away.
Very, very far away. There was
Yeah,
nothing within 20, 25 meters, 30
yeah,
yards. Everything was beyond. Cool, cool,
yeah.
cool. So yeah, it's nice to see you. Just for people who are going to watch us, watch the video and everything. My name is Dmitry Khan. I'm a shooter, and Garnison is kinda everything: shooter, target setter, event organizer, host
Yeah.
for events, everything. Oh, and a gun shop as well. So, Garnison, maybe a couple of minutes about yourself. Where are you from? What's your name? What do you do for a living? And everything.
So my name is Kanisorn Wong. My nickname is U. Basically, I'm a shooters. I also own a gun shop. I also help organize some events in my range in Photharam in Thailand.
Uh-huh.
And that is actually my job. I've been doing course designer since I around 4 years now. It's
Nice.
not design. It's not learning with a course designer from FITAS. It's basically I learned it from experience of shooting somewhere else, and also from my fathers and others, people that have experience setting up courses. So
Ah,
I grab
ah,
experience from them, and then yeah, that make me who I am.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We talked about it a lot when we shot together at the World 24 in Wisconsin in
Hmm.
US.
Hmm.
So many questions, Kanison, for you. You just said that this is your life, basically. Your life revolves around
Yeah,
shooting business
kinda.
in Thai.
Kinda, because I start off a from my family side, it's my father's side who start shootings. So my
Hmm.
dad start shooting trap since he was in his late 20s, and then it built up from just a shooter to owning a gun shop to
Hmm.
owning a shooting range,
Hmm.
to becoming the president of the Shooting Association of Thailand.
Okay,
So I
okay,
follow his footsteps and assist him whenever he needs helps, basically.
okay, okay. So you grew up into this. And which part of that lifestyle do you like more? Is it shooting? Is it guns? Is it range?
I think it's the community because
People.
everyone that came here that shoots are very friendly and very fun to hang with. The shooting comes secondly because a I get since you get a hang of it,
Mhm.
it's a lot more fun activities when you compare to other stuff that I do. It's not it's not like a other sport where you have to use a lot of energy to drive a
Yes,
gun. You we walk. Sometimes we have a golf cart. Yeah, sure. Uh, but it doesn't require that much effort to get good, but
yeah,
require a lot of patience
it
to get good
requires
at
a lot
shooting.
of over
Yeah,
here
mental
between
game as
ears,
well.
mental game,
Yeah.
mental game, mental game. So let's start from the very beginning. Uh, you just said people. People is the thing which attracts you to all this. And is it how would you describe shooting community in Thai? Because I know Russian guys, US guys, I talked to a couple of European folks. I kind of grasp and sense what they are, but I have no idea what is shooting in Thailand, in South Asia at all. Do people like sporting clays, or are they into something else? Is it like a club life, or it's just you show up and everybody are friendly?
Uh, the the shooting culture in Thailand is not as big.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not as big. Shooting clays because what can I say? Hunting was not part of our culture to begin with.
yeah,
So we will
yeah.
not see a lot of playgrounds around Southeast Asia. You
Mm,
can count there's only like seven maximum in Southeast Asia overall. There's not a lot.
really?
Yeah, there's not a
Wow.
lot. Mm.
I have seven
So
around me in my area.
yeah, I know, right? So the community is not that big, but everyone that joins the community is always friendly and always keen to learn more. And
Uh,
luckily that the shooting range in Thailand is pretty big compared to
hmm
other places in Southeast Asia. So most of people came here to Potharam to learn, to have fun, to enjoy, and to, teach us some stuff that they know that they bring from their place as well. So everything is not about, you know, everything is about we help each other growing the sports little by little.
This is awesome. This is awesome. That's how big things start. They
Yeah,
start with a
yeah.
very, very little step. You cannot
Hmm.
just jump into greatness just like that. You
Yeah.
cannot
We're
wake
still
up a champion, right?
we're still is a small range, a small speck in the
Yeah,
world
yeah,
entirely. So we will grow a growing little by little.
yeah, yeah. And how big is that Asian community? Let's call it like that. Like how many locals, let's call locals, like all the countries surrounding Thai, you get for, let's say, Asian Championship. I'm not talking about Russian guys. I'm not talking about Europeans. They are everywhere, right? But
Hmm.
local community. How big is that? How big is it?
So if you're talking whole Southeast Asian, we have around hun okay, we were talking Singapore, Malay, Philippines, Thai,
Vietnam?
uh, Vietnam, yes, and then that for sporting clay shootings. So
Mhm, mhm,
that
mhm.
was these five countries. We have around probably reaching 100.
100.
Yeah, reaching 100.
Are you serious?
It's not a lot. I think that was a
It's a
lot.
lot. Okay. Healthy. If you say so. Okay, it's a lot. Okay.
100,
Wow.
growing little by little.
It's kind of really relatively small. And
It
what
is.
kind of disciplines do you guys offer to your customers and in general?
So so usually around here we also have Olympic skeet and trap. We
Mm.
also have down the line trap
ETL. Yep.
and compact, and usually that's it.
Mhm. So
Hmm.
big fit task sporting and doubles, you guys set it only for big events and that's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I see, I see. You need to switch. Fit task sporting is the best, and you know that.
It is
Wow,
fun.
it's actually small. So I would imagine that you guys don't have any local gun makers, you don't have any local shell ammunition makers. Everything is
We
imported.
we do have
Uh-huh.
local a cartridge maker, but the
Mm,
quality doesn't reach our expectations, so we never used it.
uh,
Usually we
okay, so
order from Italy, so it's RC that we use because
but
we got influenced a lot from the ski and trap side, right?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
we know
yeah, yeah.
RC and they give us a pretty good price.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. And
and
also
it's arguably the best shell in the world. Every time I see RC3, RC4, I choose that cartridge.
yeah.
Anything else is like kind of iffy. This one is always up to expectations. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Interesting, interesting. So, and people should basically everything probably. Ski trap, everything, whatever they can shoot, they should.
The the majority of people, if it's sporting shooters, they will
Mm-hmm.
shoot they will shoot anything. But if it's skeet
Mm.
and if they start out with skeet and trap, they will stick with their skeet and
Oh
trap
yeah,
and they will not
yeah, yeah.
change. Yeah,
Olympic
they stick with it
disciplines.
and then they stay it that way.
Are
Until
you?
people some people
Uh-huh.
say that when they grew older, they would when they can't handle Olympic skeet and trap, when the target was too fast, they will move to sporting. That's what they
This is
told us.
this is so true. This is so true. I talked to U.S. coach, Olympic chap, bunker. We call it bunker over here. I asked him. I showed up. I was like, "Can you teach me Olympic chap?" And he was like, looked at me up, down, top, bottom up, and he was like, "How old are you?" I was like, "I'm almost 40." And he did this. He didn't even talk to me. He was like, "You're too old. It doesn't make sense to even to try to teach you shooting trap. You're too old." So those games, those disciplines actually require good reaction, good eyes, good
Yes.
physical condition, and everything. And sporting, you are absolutely right. Kanisorn, sporting is like a walk, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
You spend
But
2 3 hours outside, breathing, having fun, enjoying, and everything. All right.
yeah,
Tell us, Kanison, are you in the national team?
I am we're having a qualifying shoot at the moment. Right now I'm aiming to be part of the national team. Right now I'm in third at the moment.
Uh, Sporting or Olympic disciplines?
Sporting compact.
What about Olympic disciplines?
No.
No, no, too
The
much work,
the
too much work.
No, it's not too much work. The athlete who are good at skeet and trap will always be good at skeet and trap. Our top shooters in trap is actually 60 years old already, and he still
Ooh,
shot 110
okay,
casually.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very
So
respectable
so
score. Very,
for
very.
someone like me who are not practice a lot in skeet and trap,
Uh-huh, uh-huh,
there's no way. There's no way. I can join for fun, but
uh-huh,
I'm
uh-huh.
not gonna get into the national team for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's kind of hard. It's a very, very dedicated, special sport. You have to know how to do it
Mhm.
to be good at it. All right, all right. So, man, I have so many questions for you. How much time do we have? Do we have some time?
Hmm?
Do we have some time?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, awesome, awesome. I will continue. So, uh, the last Asian Championship, how many of those you guys already had at your place?
I think with this is the one that I think is our seventh Asian Compact
Ooh,
Championship. I think it's our sixth sporting Asian
sporting.
Championship, I believe.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Yeah.
And is it growing? Do people know more and more and more about that championship? Do they go? I mean,
Yeah,
participation. How many shooters do you get?
this year we have around 150, I believe. Last year was 200.
Oh,
This
why
year
is
we
that?
dropped slightly. I don't know. It's okay.
Mm,
But most of the shooters when they come, usually they come, they go back and they bring some friends with them this
exactly,
time.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
and they most of them be like, yeah, I don't see myself not coming back. I'll just keep coming back because first the cost of living here was pretty cheap. You
Oh,
know, yeah, it was really
yeah.
cheap. So you can came here a not spending a lot of money and having a good time in Thailand for around 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You do your shoot, you do your vacation, and then yeah, you go back.
Especially this season in some parts of the world,
Hmm.
it's a winter. It's cold
Yeah, yeah, it's
and
winter.
it's dark. It's really bad. You can shoot and everything. And if you go to Thai, you basically get into uh great weather. Okay, it's not
Hmm.
that hot. It's not that, and it's not cold at all. And as you said, the trip can be relatively affordable, relatively cheap in comparison to, I don't know, some places like US. You saw US prices. Cheapest
Yeah,
hotel
yeah,
is
yeah.
like 150 to $100 per night, so it's kind of a
You
good
know,
chunk of money.
you can book a three-bedroom suite for only like $50 to $60 per day per night.
Okay, let's talk about the details a little bit. Let's talk about the details a little bit. So the living is cheap, but for example, if I show up next year, of course, there are 4 days of competition, right? 2 days sporting and 2 days compact, and they are within 1 week or something like that, right?
Within a week, yeah.
Within a week.
Usually it's 2 day compact. This year
Mm-hmm,
we changed to 3 days sporting.
mm-hmm,
I think because the last pastime for a lot of senior shooters
mm-hmm.
when they some of them can't handle 100 target,
Oh
they
yeah,
get too
100
tired
targets a day.
in the afternoon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the
Got
sun
it,
in
got it.
Photharam is not it's not the kindest sun. Sometimes the temperature, yeah, it does it's not that hot, but
Mm-hmm.
in the afternoon the temperature can rise up to high 30 to low 40 degrees Celsius sometimes.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay for us, but
Yeah, 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 yeah.
we have shooters that are 60 to 70 years old,
Yeah,
and some
yeah.
of them we have to be cautious whether they will collapse in front
Mm-hmm,
of us or
mm-hmm.
not. So
Yeah,
when
and
3 to 3 days, a lot more manageable for those people. We
yeah,
might do it
yeah.
next year as well, maybe.
Yeah,
Mm.
agree, agree. I shot FITA 200 targets in 2 days, and it's tolling. It's really, really hard. It's really, really
Mhm.
hard. English sporting is not that hard, 200 targets in 2 days, because you just start and you just shoot for 2 hours and then you go do whatever you want to do. And FITASC sporting is kind of, you can spend 3, 4 hours easily in the field shooting 100 targets. So it can be very, very hard for people. So I would imagine, Kanisorn, that food, transportation, and all that stuff is kind of affordable and cheap as well in Thai. So people are not going to shell out too much money if they go
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. And what about registration? Do people have to go through FITASC website or they contact you guys directly?
They should go to the FITA's website for the registration, but when
Mm-hmm,
they're doing the gun permit thingy, you should
mm-hmm.
contact the Thai clay shooting website. Hey, the Thai clay shooting Facebook.
Oh, I see, I see. So I register on the FITASC website, then I get my number and I contact Clay Shooting Association in Thai to get a
Yes,
gun permit and everything. Okay, cool.
yes,
So I
yes.
have those papers. I bought tickets. I got a confirmation from airline company. How
Mhm.
do I transport my gun in Thailand?
Okay, here's the thing. When the the Shooting Association of Thailand know that your gun is gonna arrive, they know
Hmm.
which flight you're gonna arrive. When you
Hmm.
exit the custom,
Yep.
you walk to, I believe, exit 2 of
Hmm.
the airport. You meet
Yep.
our staff. We will collect the gun from you so you can go roam free in Bangkok, in Ratchaburi, or you want to go, some people came a month early just to go to Samui a few days, come back to the
Okay.
range. And then what we do is we're gonna transport your gun from the
Oh,
airport
nice.
to the
Nice.
shooting range.
Nice.
That was the
So I don't
easiest way,
have
and the
to
safest
worry
way.
about carrying gun around,
You don't
local
have to.
gun laws, nothing like that. That's
Don't
awesome.
have.
That's awesome because I talked to a couple of US shooters and they are really worried about gun laws and transportation in foreign countries because in US you just throw it in your car and go.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
in some
go,
other
right?
countries, you cannot do it. You cannot do it. And they're like, what do you mean I'm going to give my gun to someone and all that stuff? So, but that's awesome. That's awesome. That's easy. So, and every time I go f- for a shooting day, I just show up at the range. I show my papers, and you guys give me my gun. I go shoot, and I
When
leave
you
it in
come
the
back,
evening.
we
Okay,
keep it at the range for you. No problem.
awesome, awesome. And I
And
would
also
imagine, uh-huh,
when you
yeah,
go
yeah, yeah.
back home, you give us a flight number, and
Hmm.
after you finish your shoot, we'll transport the gun to to the airport by the day that you uh depart.
Nice, nice. That's easy. Sounds easy, 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 easy. What about shells and ammo? Can I bring my ammo with me?
You can, but I wouldn't. I think I'm
Good.
not sure the limits of amount of how much you
Ah,
can
limits.
bring. But the only okay, the only expensive part about shooting in Thailand is the cartridge cost because the shells here we have to pay tax around 30 to 40%.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So the
Okay,
price of
okay.
cartridge is not that cheap.
So it's going to be kind of around 15 to $20 for a box.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, it's
Mm-hmm.
fine. 200 targets is fine. If I can have a hotel for $50, I'm okay with that.
Even the hotel could be as
Nice.
cheap as 30 if you can find a good one.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
30 or less.
so basically everything is taken care of for me. It should be easy, no problems, nothing like that.
Mm-hmm. But
Okay, okay.
if good
That's
if
yeah,
good if you can inform the association a month early.
of course.
So
Yeah.
we can manage all the paperworks in time.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
hmm
mm-hmm, hmm.
And let's say if
Okay.
you say it doesn't have to be FITAS shoot. If you say you're interested in, let's say, Thailand Open or
Mm-hmm.
something like that, you can just contact the association that you want to come on this
Directly.
competition, and they'll handle it for you as well. Same thing.
Nice, 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 nice. And those permits, they go for a specific event. I cannot just fly in with my gun, right? I have to go to a specific event. You guys basically send me an invitation letter and everything, the usual stuff.
Yeah, to be fair, you can even come for just a week of training if you want. It doesn't have to be any
Okay.
event. Yeah, we can issue you the invitation letter. Not really a
This is
problem.
big. This is big. This is big. I know a lot of people, they travel South Asia for a
hmm
vacation during a winter, but they never take a gun with them because they say it's kind of complicated and painful, blah blah blah. But what I'm hearing here in Kanisorn, it's actually easier than in US. In US, I have to worry about my gun. I have to carry it everywhere I go. And
hmm
in case of Thai, I just contact you 1 month before. We basically do paperwork and that's it. I don't have
Yeah,
to worry about nothing.
come bring
That's
your
awesome.
gun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we help keep it for you. You want to go to any shooting range in Bangkok, or you want to go shooting range in Photharam or Chiang Mai,
Hmm.
you can just tell us, and we'll try to manage the thing. The
Awesome.
gun will be
This
there
is
when you when you're at the range.
that's the level of service. You guys probably were super surprised when you arrived to US and you saw your guns in a pile of other suitcases, right? Nobody cares about that. They just like go grab it
Yeah,
and go do your
yeah.
stuff. Okay, okay,
It's
okay.
pretty. It got some a slight culture shock.
Sure, sure. Agree, agree, agree. So yeah, we talked about the trip traveling and organizing of all that part. It sounds very, very easy. And uh, speaking about, let's switch gears a little bit and let's talk about target setting and things like that. Do you guys, when you have Asian Championship, do you guys invite someone from outside as a target setter, or you do it yourself? How does it work in your case? Because for us, it's easy, right? There are so many target setters, there are so many professionals around. We just need to make a call, and someone will show up and do it for us. But what about you guys? How do you deal with that?
Okay, when it
Uh-huh.
comes to a major shoot that are not held by Thailand, like FITAS,
Uh-huh.
we
Uh-huh.
will we will recommend them to suggest the course designer that you prefer. We'll fly him over. They'll set the
Okay.
course, design the
Huh?
course, and
Hmm.
then we'll help them set it up for the competition. So
Nice.
for the past years of FITAS, we have Jamie. I think his name is Jamie Beckett,
Hmm. Jimmy Beckett.
and then this
We'll
year
check it.
was Patrick. Yeah,
Okay. 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 Awesome. So, yeah, I've heard a couple of times that people do not want to go because they are not sure if targets are going to be good or if they're going to be bad, something like that. But if you're flying professionals in, basically from Europe, as I understand, then the level of the competition is going to be there. It's not
yeah,
just some unknown stuff,
yeah, yeah.
similar
And we
to
do it
whatever.
since the first Asian Championship as well. We always fly them
Okay,
here
okay.
to help set.
So,
Usually because the Asian Championship start in in the first month of of the year, right? So we fly
mm-hmm.
them usually in November just to ride
Oh,
where the machine have to be, where should they, are there any new lands for them to show, any new landscape
mm-hmm,
that you think is
mm-hmm,
gonna
mm-hmm,
look beautiful, or where you prefer to shoot
mm-hmm,
it.
mm-hmm,
Okay, then he will set up will mark which machine you want, which target you want to set. He'll fly back, and he'll fly
mm-hmm,
back again in a week or two before the competition to set up the sporting ground, and the
mm-hmm.
compact ground should be set up finish in November already.
Okay, okay, okay. Interesting, interesting. So I didn't realize that you guys put so much effort and work into this. So this is pretty serious. So target setter flies in, they check landscape, they do everything. They they give you a design basically. You
Hmm.
prepare that design, you prepare pavements, stations,
Yeah,
you bring machines into places, whatever. And then 1 or 2 weeks before they show up and they tune it, that course,
yeah.
to make it actual. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
That's awesome. That's I didn't know it's that interesting. Very, very interesting. Very, very cool. And what targets do you guys shoot? Local targets or you import them as well
We use Cosivia. I think they're from Spain, I believe.
from Spain? Okay. That's such a brittle product. How do they transfer it?
No, we order usually what is it? 550,000 target or more. Basically one big container,
A
and they come
container.
in via ships.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. And what kind of machines do you guys have? Chromatic, Laporte?
Chromatic. For sporting we use Chromatic. For
Mm-hmm.
a speeder trap we use Materali.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Olympic stuff is very different. They have their own
Yeah,
brands
yeah,
and
yeah.
everything.
And
Okay, okay.
we have around 140 machine, I believe. Yeah.
Wow, that's a
Mm,
good number. That's a good number.
it's not
And
bad.
do we have sporting setups available for people to shoot, or it's compact only? I'm not talking about Asian Championship, but for example, if I decide to go there to have
Oh
some
yeah.
time in Thai and shoot a little bit in Photharam.
Okay. We'll always set something for sporting and compact. Most of the time, it will be there. Except let's say a week or two before a local shoot or something like that, we'll have to use most part of the land to set up the
Mm-hmm.
space.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
at that time, the practicability is a bit low. You can still come shoot other stuff. You can come shoot skeet trap down the line, no problem. That
Mhm.
you will probably have one one layout of sporting left for you to practice because we have used other part of land already.
Uh-huh. Got it,
Mhm.
got it. So, Kanisorn, when are you going to set up Asian Championship?
Oh, I can't. I have to be a certified course designer by some major federation first.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So you have to
Yeah,
go through certification. You cannot just go and set it up. Oh, yeah,
yeah.
that's
I
FITAS.
can set the
So,
low. I can set the local shoot. I can set
mhm,
the let's say if it's Thailand Open, then usually we have around 5 or 6 people who have set our course here already. So we
Huh?
basically, take part. Okay, you set it last time already. I'll let you set it this time. Maybe you
Uh-huh,
take this
uh-huh.
part, or maybe you help me on this one instead. It's
Okay,
more like a
okay.
community thing. So we help each other to set
Yeah,
one big competition. Or it's not, and it's the style of target will be a bit, variety as well.
of course. Target setter influences targets a lot.
Yes.
They all have their own style. They all have their own vision for the game for sporting. And some guys like fast and tricky. Some guys like big and slow crawling through the sky. So all that stuff, all that stuff. But eventually, you're going to get your certification, right? Right?
Yeah, one day maybe.
One day. You do
Maybe,
not want
maybe.
to get into that business?
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to get too much complaints. Maybe in a
Mhm.
major shoot.
Oh, I see, I see, I see. I see what you're talking about. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Do people complain about targets like last Asian Championship? Have you heard anyone complaining about targets? Maybe
Okay.
locals, maybe some guests.
Uh, what they told us is that compared to the target that was set last year, this year were harder to see and they're
Huh?
more edgy. It's
Mm. Yeah,
usually
yeah,
usually
yeah.
what the style that Jamie said is that he usually set the target belly
At,
up
at
or
least 50%. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, and how Patrick set his target. Sometimes he did it very thin,
Uh-huh.
edge on, go
On the
for it.
edge. Very
It
fast,
just
very strong.
Yeah, it's just different style of course
Yeah.
setting. I don't think it's bad. Also, I think it's good that okay, you have something more interesting to shoot compared to last time. That
Yes.
okay, we change some things up, but we can't. We have to mix both things together to make a good course in the end, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. The game of sporting is basically variety. If you
Yeah.
shoot the same stuff over and over again, you better go and shoot some skin.
Mhm. And I love both of the target styles. Don't I would say if I got a chance to choose both of the style of target, yeah, I would do it. It would be
Okay,
fun.
okay, okay. Got it, got it, got it. So you mentioned Thailand Open. So basically, Asian Championship is not the only big event you guys host. You have something else, right?
Yeah. Thailand Open is like it's like English Open, it's like US Open, but
Uh-huh.
happens in Thailand. We invite we invite
Uh,
every shooter from across the world if you can to join and have
mhm.
a fun shoot with us. No
Do
problem. And
big
we just
shooters show up? Champions from UK, from Europe, from US? No?
No, we haven't seen them yet in our Thailand Open. We see from the usually see from Philippines, Malay,
Okay.
and Singapore that come very
Okay.
often.
Asian countries. Yeah, it's very, very close for them. So after this conversation, we're going to put it internet. You're going to see someone showing up and taking
Oh,
the
no.
first place because US Open, no, sorry, not US Open. Thailand Open means that anyone in the world can become a champion, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. You hear us, guys? Back
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Got it, got it, got it. So Thailand Open, Asian Championship, and you guys hosted like exclusively your range, or you switch between other clubs.
We also have for compact and sporting. We also have a club up in Chiang Mai.
Uh-huh.
Uh, that sometime we hold a shoot there as
Uh-huh.
well. It's around an hour and a half flight from Bangkok up
Okay.
north.
Oh,
Yeah.
flying.
Mhm.
It's a little bit
The weather out
complicated.
there is a lot colder. It's It's more like a private range.
I see. I see.
It was owned by Prince Tikampon.
Mm, mm.
He's been building up, ranges, and those ranges up there are beautiful. Uh,
Mhm, mhm.
I would
I
recommend
see.
still giving it a try. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, of course. If someone is over there and can just go visit and shoot, they should go everywhere, basically. Okay, okay, okay. We talked about the club, we talked about shooting, we talked about travels, we talked about events. Let's talk about you, Kanisorn, as a shooter. Do you have any goals? Do you have any specific, like, what drives you as a shooter?
I mean, as long as as long as I can help grow the sports here in
Oh,
Southeast Asia, I'm happy.
okay, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
It's a
try to
great
shoot my
position.
best in a shoot. By
Uh-huh.
no means, I'll try my best, but there will be times when I'm get older, and there'll be some hot shot that's gonna beat me eventually, for
You're too
sure.
young to have those thoughts. You're too young to have those thoughts. You have like
Yeah,
how
but
many?
but
30
they'll
more years.
yeah, 30 more years. Who knows? But
Yeah,
as
but
long as I can stick with this community, and as long as I can grow the community,
mm,
I'm already happy. My
yeah,
goal is
this is
to
very,
grow the community bigger, and let people here in Southeast Asia recognize the sports and have fun
yes,
with it, and give it a try.
it's a very strong and respectable position because some other people in your place, they would spend hours and hours on the range and just outshoot everyone and, call themselves big champions of Asia and everything. But your position is very, very thoughtful, very wise. Yeah, I'm actually surprised to hear that. Uh, you are you want to grow the sport. You want to make people familiar with the sport, and that's your goal. Even as
Mhm.
a shooter, even as a shooter. Okay, 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 okay. Do you coach
I'm
beginners?
trying. I can help beginners to intermediate, but I cannot. re- Other than that, I need a. You should. I recommend a professional coach to coach them
Yeah,
instead. I can give you tips and tricks
yeah.
on how you shoot this, or your a pre-shot routine is should be like this, or I would recommend
Uh-huh.
changing up this instead, maybe
Uh-huh.
to help you shoot. Other than that, I would say you go explore and shoot, man.
Yeah, yeah. Just enjoy. It's a
Yeah.
journey. It's not about some medal on your chest or clap in your hand. Nothing like that. It's a journey. That's why we have this conversation. I call it sporting place tourism. This is not about being a champion. This is about driving around the world, flying around the world, meeting people, talking to people, and yeah,
Have
this
fun.
conversation is just awesome. Yeah, have fun, have fun. I hope you guys had a lot of fun at the World 24 in US. Targets were really, really strong. So
Yeah,
uh,
first 2 day
for
was fun.
everyone.
The last 2 day that I'm with you, I suffer a bit. I suffer
Yeah,
hard.
yeah. We started with easier parcours. It was okay, but then we hit the Greta and uh, which one was another one, which were very, very hard, and it became a little bit, yeah,
Yeah, I
tough.
believe I think it's the federal as well that are eating me up real hard.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So, yeah, usually when shooters have some goals, some objectives, some dreams, it's very, very easy to talk about. But when you say that you want to make people around you to understand the sport, to see the sport, I don't even know what to ask. I don't like conversations about guns and chokes. This is so subjective, so it's just doesn't make sense. Um, what about you as a person, Anissa? We talked about range. We talked about you as a shooter. I saw you making photos with some insane vintage camera at the World 24.
Oh
What
yeah,
was
yeah.
that about? Is it your hobby or?
Yeah, that was my hobby. Before I joined, I helped my dad about the gun and stuff. I
hmm
was
hmm
studying computer graphics and multimedia, and I study art when I was in high school. So I'm very familiar
Mm,
with all the cameras and all the stuff as
yeah, yeah, yeah.
something like that. So I have a very a fond interest in mechanical and retro stuff. So
Mm,
maybe vintage cameras,
huh,
old hi-fi systems. Uh, that's why I'm also in trying to understand a guns mechanic as well. Even though a I'm not that well versed compared to my dad and others. I'm
mm,
still trying to learn more and more.
yeah, interesting, interesting.
Mm.
Well, I want to know more. Yes, I don't know. Do you have more time? We can make a pause. We can talk 1 week later, 1 month later, whatever it takes.
You can ask more.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
always
okay,
to answer.
okay, okay. Um, let's talk a little bit you as a shooter.
Hmm.
Uh, what shooting for you is very, very clear, but how do you approach the mental game? How do you deal with the competition pressure? How do you deal with you just talked about that, right? You do not want to set targets for big events because people are going to talk about you. So I, I would think that you are not the person who is seeking for attention. You are not the person who wants that attention because you can get it very, very easily, right? In your situation and in your position, but you're not that kind of a person. So how do you approach mental game? What do you do to be better at shooting?
I think when it comes to shootings, the more calm you are, the better you shoot.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Being relaxed, being calm, being
yeah, no matter which
patient.
target that will throw to you, easy or hard, if you just think and if you just stay calm, okay, how do you tackle this target? Oh, it's a
hmm hmm
very far, scary target. Just calm down, think, and try to hit it. And if you miss it, it's one
Yes,
target. There's
flash it
still
off. Yeah.
another multiple targets for you to hit on that day.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
And try to stay afloat. At a if you dip down, okay, it's okay. That
Mm,
day is a bad day.
yep. Yeah.
Tomorrow, try again. Try again. Keep going. Keep trying to be stable and try to push yourself a bit more.
Okay.
You get
Okay.
to.
Where did you learn that? Where did you learn that?
I don't
I'm from
know.
the West. I'm from the West. This type of thinking, we read it in the books. We learn it because it's not how our culture and mentality is constructed. Our
Mhm.
mentality, our culture is very pushy, very goal oriented, achievements, being the best, push it, this. And you just told me basically the opposite. Calm down, be relaxed. It is okay to miss. There's going to be tomorrow. It's very like almost opposite of what I'm being told over here. My coach keeps telling me, finish strong, finish strong, finish strong, keep pushing, keep pushing. Uh, keep your game strong, and all that. And you're saying it like the other way. Relax,
Yeah.
enjoy,
I,
calm down.
I mean, I mean, I mean, it's good to push yourself
Yeah.
further and further, but let's say to do that, you have a very focused mind.
hmm
Don't get too anxious because if you get too anxious, you start a bringing some mistake into the shooting process, right? You
hmm
want to get that target to hit 25. You really
hmm
want that target, but in the meantime, you're shaking. Your hand is like, oh,
Yeah,
25,
yeah, yeah,
25,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
25,
yeah, yeah. That's
25,
about me. That's about
bang,
me.
and then gone. Your 25 is gone.
Yeah, right away from the very first shot.
Yeah, so shoot it like you're shooting another target.
Okay,
Don't
okay.
don't push yourself, but not too hard. Just
Yeah.
stay calm, stay stable, shoot it like it just another target.
hmm
That's it.
hmm
That's what I learned from, my friends and my and my senior shooters.
Yeah,
The
this
point,
is very, very
yeah,
good.
what's the point of being anxious, right? Stay cool.
Yeah, it's just another target. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. It's just another target. You saw thousands of them before. You're going to see tens of thousands of targets in the
Yeah.
future. So it's just another target. I absolutely agree with you. Yeah, small community has some benefits.
Hmm.
Basically, you guys communicate a lot and you can share this knowledge, experience, information without any problem. Because yeah, in our area, sometimes, coaches start conflicting between each other. They teach different styles of shooting, this and that, and it can be a little bit too much sometimes. And in your situation, it's a very small community, and it's very easy to get some help. That's
Mm.
awesome. That's really, really awesome. So, as a shooter, what's your next shoot?
My next shoot,
Yeah, where are you going to go worldwide?
I think we have a plan to go to the where is it? The World Compact in
Spain? No,
France this year.
World
I think this year
Compact.
was France. World Compact
Okay,
France.
maybe. I
Uh,
don't know what Compact is. I don't shoot it, so I don't know.
it's like five stands, but the
Yeah, yeah,
target
yeah.
is a bit more easier.
Yeah. I understand the game, but we don't have it. C doesn't offer it in US, so we just don't know what's that.
Mm. I'm thinking of maybe we might join the world Fita spotting in Cyprus. Maybe
Oh,
not. Mm.
July.
Yeah, in
Yeah,
July. Yeah,
got it,
we'll
got
see.
it,
We'll
got
see.
it. Got it. So, but again, you don't have any big sports goals or something, so it's probably not that important for you to travel and see,
Yeah,
etc.,
we
etc.
I don't have big sponsors. Okay, I don't have to show them with titles just to prove.
So there is no pressure. You do whatever you want to do. Nice. That's great.
Yeah,
That's great. That's
yeah.
great. That's great. So, Kanisorn, any cool stories from your target setting experience, from your shooters experience, something really funny or unusual you remember?
Unusual.
Yeah. Or something funny. What do people usually do? Funny over there.
Usually we just keep, okay. The good thing about owning the range is that, and also the range in Photharam is that in the normal days when there's no competition, we don't have a lot of a shooters that come in to shoot.
Uh-huh.
Usually we most of us are weekend shooters that comes in to practice once a week, twice a
Uh-huh.
week.
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
someday the range is very empty, and you can technically we set you a course to practice, but you can still move anywhere that you want. You can go
Oh,
as close, you can go as far, no problem
nice,
at all.
nice, nice,
Yeah,
nice. So it's just another attractant for people to go to Thai and shoot.
yeah,
If they can have the entire field for them to practice, this is awesome. Can people ask you to set targets for them?
we can. You can.
What kind of
Hmm.
service is that?
Yeah,
This is
take
great. This
take a
is
few
awesome.
take if you're there since the morning and you say, can you set me this, very far, very nasty but two? Yeah, we can do
Mhm.
it. Give us a few minutes and then we'll make it. Where do you want to
Okay,
place it? You want to place it here? Okay. From here to 70 meters away, just keep walking if you want. Pick your distance and practice. Go on.
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's for people who live in colder climates. They can basically create a group for 5 shooters and go Thai
Mhm.
and have the entire range for them basically for 2 weeks. And you can set whatever they ask, basically.
Yeah, within a safety measure as well. Let's say,
Of course,
uh,
of course.
yeah, we don't want to set the target that were close to the clubhouse, and other than that, it should be fine.
Yeah, shooting across the road or
Yeah, yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. Nice, nice. Great. So, Yeah, I wanted to uh, talk a little bit more about your life outside of shooting, but we were already sitting for so long time in the call.
Mm.
So let's talk about one simple thing. How can we make uh, Rotterdam, Thailand more popular so more people go and shoot Asian Championship? You ever thought about creating a Facebook or something like that?
Yeah, Photharam already have a Facebook.
Okay.
The shooting airport have a Facebook. I think it's I think it's the it's now up to the shooters to have okay to want to fly
Hmm.
to get state. We post our updates, we post our videos yearly already. And
Hmm. Hmm.
I think it's up to the shooters to uh try flying once. Try it first time.
Hmm.
If you like it, just keep come back. Don't
Okay.
worry.
Okay.
We're not mean people. We're friendly.
Yeah, many people just don't know that such thing is happening. I talked to a
Mm.
bunch of folks at Fujairah. I asked them, "Do you know that there is Asian Championship in Thailand, January, February?" They were like, "No, we don't know about that. Can you talk about it more?" So, yeah, maybe after this conversation, a little bit more people will find this courage and actually go and try
Yeah,
to go
yeah.
Thailand next year. But uh, I'm going to prepare for our next call a little bit better, Kanisorn.
Mhm.
I'm going to bring some tricky questions, if you don't
Yeah,
mind.
I'll try to have a better background as well.
Oh,
Because I'm at
your
home.
background is awesome. Your background is awesome. I had to put that picture as my background because my background is really, really bad. It's my office with books and all this stuff
Yeah, same thing here. Nah.
sitting around. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool. Thanks a lot, Carnison, for the conversation, and see you next time. Okay?
Yeah.